Ladies and gentlemen, good day. My name is Professor OLEKSIUK. I'm head of Commerce and Logistics Department in the Kyiv National Economic University named after Vadim Hetman. And my department is a part of marketing faculty. I'm proud to be part of this amazing team. And today I have a pleasure to present for you a short result of my personal research. They are not like really connected with marketing, but I have used a different approach, and I guess it will be interesting for everyone. First of all, before I start my presentation, I would stress that we as an individuals, we consume and contain of different components, not only like our physical ability, like a human being, but we also have a lot of additional components in our personality. The first is like social connection, and the second, I would like to say, information that we consume from our environment. And the same situation as with food, what we eat, we can feel better or not so good with consuming like bad food. And the same situation with information, because like fake news or disinformation, everything, it will point our mind and it will change our behavior. Consequences for this will be really difficult for people who are living in these stressful situations and under war conditions. So we have to form like approach or mechanism how to protect ourselves, to keep our visions clear, and to be able to react on the changes on the event like in proper way. So I would like to present like fake cleaning system or fake cleaning approach. Basically, it's like development of anti-fake analytical system for economic and social researchers. And it was my personal response on the current situation, but I would like to engage all of you to be part of this team and to involve in implementation such system, at least on the personal level. And of course, if you would like to have like more details, I will be happy to provide them for you. So let's start. The first point that basically statistics that you can find via the link, that is a result of some research that indicated or point out on the fact that actually lie and fake news spread or diffused faster than real news or like or as a truth. That means that, for example, if you will lie, more people will be involved in this lie. And if you produce fake information or propaganda, the dangers will be like bigger than in case you will try to protect yourself. And that's like not my personal observation. You can find this information via the link. Nowadays, the huge variety of the physical communication is constantly increasing. It's just because the rapid development of international communication technologies. And today, an average decision maker is under the pressure of massive information flows from mass media, from information agency, from social networks, messengers, and of course, from different professional communities. On a regular basis, this pressure also escalates under the Ukrainian war conditions. Information has become not only a resource for economic activity, but also a weapon for different political groups, fighting forces, etc. It should be also mentioned that the researchers of all specific fields are heavily rely on the quality of professional information, analytic data, and social disruptions. That is like my starting point for consideration why everyone or every professional community should protect itself from this like fake news. Currently, all channels are suffering from the enormous amount of asymmetric information and propaganda and some subjective estimation, some different messages, and what we in general call as a fake information. Therefore, the academic professional community has to build a relevant anti-fake analytical system to protect itself and to support the social development of Ukraine. It is already be proved fact that I mentioned before that the fakes are spreading around 10 times faster than the real news. And generally more than 100 times faster than truth, with comparing with truth. And we would like also to mention that the quality of the news in a professional society or in a country is strictly linked with democracy in this region or in our country. So it means that if we will protect at least partially our society from this fake news or propaganda, it will be helpful not only on a local level, but in general, it will lead us to a more developed democracy in our society. The basic statistic is presented on the slide 3 that underline this point that attitude from European nations that the fake information is a problem for democracy in EU states. And it's extremely important when we consider our movement, direction of development of Ukraine to European Union family. We hope that Ukraine will avoid the risk of making the same mistake as it was done before. We hope that we can protect our society and especially our academic community, make this community more resilient to current changes in our country. And urgency of this development we have not still realized in a full scale, but we can see that EU countries are already faced some problems with the fake information. As the proof of my word, you also can easily check amount of recent publications from different sources in European Unions, in different countries where people suffering from Russian propaganda, and they try to protect and change rules how to deal with this. They are going to develop higher standards for mass media and other steps. So if we will look deeper, for example, in France in 2022, the question what people in France think about Russian-Ukrainian war and the quality of the information regarding this event. And you can easily conclude that huge amount of people, they really believe and they understand that it's a subject for fake information. So around 60% of all respondents really try or really realize that it's the problem in current situation. So what is our goals of our project and what we try to solve within our study? All our goals can be structured in 3 main blocks: scientific, public, and practical. And if you have a glimpse at the list on this slide, you can see that the first point, it should be methodological improvement of a fake news identification, and we consider this like a prerequisite for Ukrainian democracy. And the second point that we would like to establish trusted intellectual center as a university for public use. It's also like a big goal to keep status of the university and academic community on a high level, and to attract people to rely on our opinion, to rely on our estimation and comments that we are going to say about this or that event. So, and the third one, like practical one, it's we would like to derive trusted facts and data for scientific research in economic and social science. Additionally, like the task or the objectives for this research is that we suggest, develop, and implement at the university practice quality assurance for data and procedures that we are dealing with in social and economic research. From our point of view, it's extremely important to avoid fake information and prevent like the influence of these fakes on result of economic research, because you know, if you will do mistake yourself, it's just only consequences for you and for maybe for your like nearest habitats or environment. But generally, if you produce low quality scientific results and it will be disseminated between users, the negative consequences can be enormous. And in this case, I really stress on that our university should pay attention on the quality of the information, should pay attention on the quality assurance within scientific and educational activity that we have in the focus of our university. The internal demand based on this, the internal demand we expect from universities, academic community, students, and our partnering institutions. And prove this position or support this position, we can, with the fact that this conference where I am presenting my results, also supported by our international partners. And from our point of view, this demand, this need is really is on the table, that our partner need to have our opinion, our estimation on the current situation and changes. The full list of potential external users will be clearly identified on the further steps, but it looks like the prospective consumers of anti-fake services will be Ukrainians and international news agencies, authorities on the national and regional level, scientific journals supported by our university, etc. I would like to mention that the Russian invasion in Ukraine leads to the huge growth of interest, the necessity and the importance of the truth provided on all levels for social communications. And it's not only because of the our government goals or positions. It's because people in free countries should have high quality information and should have ability to consider themselves what kind of steps and kind of change they would like or they would not like to have in the future. As a response of this challenge or public demand from different stakeholders, we have developed the first prototype of the fake screening approach or system. I would say that as an emergency response under current military conditions. What we have done already, please have a look on this slide, and there you can find the developed anti-fake system already is multilingual and on a daily basis, and it has thematic goal-target monitoring over the 500 leading news agencies with regional segmentation. Currently, we have like technical limitations, and our database usually not exceed over 5,000 or 500,000 of news that we can proceed within this system from different channels: newspapers, media agencies, electronic newspapers, social medias, and messengers. Basically, at the moment, our system also can work with textual, visual, and video content, and we support points that all content in the system should have relevant original links, though it helps us to trace like result or sources where this content came from. The system was born on the commercial and marketing basis. That is why I'm a part of economic university, and everybody knows that in marketing area we usually consider about SMM or PR, promotion activities, and other. All these achievements of the faculty of marketing built or help us with the solid experience and expertise of many experts invest into this system. A brief partial visualization of the system you can see on the next slide. Here you can find like on the left side the list of news agencies and the number of the news per each channel, and on the right side you can see original text or original context of this news or this message with visual content inside, and with ability to download the original document from via the internet. The developed and perhaps future advanced scientific system will integrate different information channels into a database where different sophisticated quality methods are implemented. Now we are using like a couple approach for fact-checking routines and general overview of this. You can see on the next slide here presented like methods that we already implemented in our system. So like three big part. The first like machine learning models. It means that these models will allow us to use advantages of the modern technologies for cleaning information from different channels and to teach our model for identification fake or truth from the information flows. And also we try to support like worldwide recognized protocol and algorithm, which is the middle part of the slide. And the third part, it's like regular data mining applied into the system, and we can identify clusters or make some statistical routine, sentiment analysis, concordance and association analysis, and so on. General logic of anti-fake services is based on the creation trusted and fake news database for different topics. This database will be used for training machine learning models and select the most accurate ones or one. The system uses various approaches, as I mentioned before. After the selection and quality check, like regular anti-fake monitoring will be available on the certain topics. This means that system automatically update news on regular basis, and machine learning model will structure the informational flow and mark fake news or like truth based on this educated experience of this model. We also would like to present like several visualization of and the results that you can see on the next slide. The first is that we can build a cloud of boards or text. It's also very useful tool to implement or to provide some content outside if we would like to structure our message from the university, for example, or from some specialist of the university in the selected professional areas. And these words indicate what is more common in this regarding this topic, or what is not so common. Because of the current situation, war situation in Ukraine, we can see that actually without selecting any particular topic, domination on this cloud is Ukraine, people, country, and also there is a Mariupol invasion. It's like very understandable about current conditions. The second point that would like also mention is that like the topic keywords. Building on this tool, PR agencies or our PR department can prepare proper topics for news that we will be able to address certain target audiences. So, of course, because of the current situation, you can see what kind of words are statistically more common for some specific topic or more statistically frequent for this specific topic. The next point is that our system also allows us to structure information in regional segments. And of course, here is information regarding Ukraine, and mostly this topic is popular in Russian Federation, in Ukraine, of course, in European countries, and in the United States. That is the focus of mass media. The next block here, I can present you like analysis of average word length and I would say readability index, how easy this or that article usually perceived by readers. That means that here's a structure or clusterization for different data. And as you can see that it's the beginning of the work, but of course we are continuing to improve our system. The next point that it's also useful to build some clusters where different topics or different blocks of text in the mass media will consider linked relay on different other point in different areas. So here is the sentiment result of sentiment analysis and clusterization. You can see here like we identify 6 clusters and with positive and negative attitudes in the word. I would say that it's also like quite expensive part of system because analytic should train model to be able to identify negative or positive sentiment in the text, and it's really deeply or strictly depend on the topic that you would like to analyze. But this possibility is also developed in the system. Of course, like more advanced one will be a lot of machine learning, and here you can see the clusterization by self-education networks. It's like a honey map. The color of the map also indicate positive and negative attitude within the cluster of information. And the next like machine learning models that we would like to mention is like tree model, random forest. So very useful in some cases. This model will provide us more accurate result for practical or for fake identification. This is a random forest model, how it's look like, and this kind of visualization also available in the system. The next block is that, or the last one, how we can conclude that based on all this advanced mathematical approach, we are able to identify news like fake or truth. And here you can see like confusion matrix, and we just built it on the limited amount of database of news in this database, just to show you that using the different machine learning models, you can get different results. For example, based on this matrices, you can see that neural network and random forest provide us a perfect result. And two other models that we include into this comparison is tree machine learning model and logistics. They are not so accurate specifically for this topic. What we would like to do. The first, due to like massive, huge amount of different use that we can proceed within the system, we would have like technical limitation, and it's really crucial for developing such kind of product to have necessary equipment and some at least small funds to maintain this system. Of course, the second point that we would like to address for our listeners or participants of this conference is promotion of quality assurance. It's not only promotion in the researches of economic and social areas, but it's also a quality assurance in personal informational consumption. We are the people who has quite sophisticated approach for understanding environment. So somehow we are influencer in our professional community. So that is the point that we should have an ability to clear our vision and to keep like our mind cold and to be able and address like very high quality messages for people outside academic community or addressed to our government or to other stakeholders. And of course, what we would like also request from the participants, it's a partnership or agreement to join for this project and develop additional possibilities and additional approach that we already started to do, but of course, with our international partners, or at least with our national partners, we will be able to create really good and advanced system. I would say that it's possible also to build a web-based system, and we can just try to do like a website for this reason. And the other point that what we are expecting from this project. The first, I just mentioned 2 points. The first, that I hope that our university will get intellectual leadership, not only in academic community, but in our country, and it will help us to improve quality of our individual project and our academic results. And the second point that is, I also would like to mention, or like expected result, is that Ukrainian democracy will start or will continue development with the quality and with like some culture of informational consumption. And hope our suggestions for fake payment system will help build better Ukraine. Thank you very much, colleagues. I would really provide you additional links for people who are interested to go deeper in this direction. And on this slide, you also have my emails. I will be happy to answer all the questions. If you have anything, just drop me a short message and we will stay in contact. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.